But yeah, man. Episode 2 of the There's a Lot Going On Right Now pod. You got me here, Young Juan. Got my co-host Andy. Got Bill behind the boards. Shout out my dog. So what's the topics for today, man? First of all,
I'm looking at this jersey right now, and I'm asking you what your thoughts
fucking
are.
feel me. The forecast hit the D with 84, man, and they said that nigga gotta go.
Yeah, man,
get the fuck out of here.
I said it better myself.
Dwayne Casey is the fuck about this bitch.
Get bro out of town.
I don't know how I even feel about him.
With respect to Dwayne Casey, because I feel like he was just told to tank for the last 3 years.
Yeah,
but now that it's done, I can just be like,
How do you feel about him having a front office role?
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I don't even want you to have that. Because it's leave.
And this is what makes me think that maybe it was a situation where he was actually behind closed doors asked to tank.
Yeah,
especially once Cade went down.
They had to cover it up
because it was kind of like, why would you get why are we playing nice with the coach who was like 120 and 256 with us maybe or something like that? Like, that's not a good record, bro.
Bro, our win, bro. When you look at everybody's win percentage and you look at ours this year,
tragic.
I think it was like a 1-6.
We suck.
1-6.
We
7,
suck, and
1,
we're gonna be
6,
granted. We're gonna be granted with the 5th pick in the NBA draft for being
that shit
trash.
in the fucking air, my nigga.
Bro,
Don't
I can't not.
Wembenyama.
I can't look at the fucking tankathon.
I'm
thing
renewing
and see
these
that
motherfucking
49% chance to get the 5th.
You're
pick.
not leaving out of town. We're renewing these motherfucking season tickets, and we're gonna see Wemby every night, bro.
Yeah, we get Wemby.
We there.
I'll marry Nicole. She'll have to move here.
Oh, God.
Because I'm going to Detroit every Tuesday and Thursday.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The flights are more expensive. Let me just buy the ring and get it out of the way.
Man, for real, bro, because we got to get to it, man, definitely. I feel like that raises the ceilings for me. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I want Wemby just as much as the next nigga.
Yeah.
But the fact that Dwayne Casey is out of coaching, if we get Ime Udoka, which we need as our coach.
No Jerry Stackhouse, no former Pistons players, guys. Let's get that off the table right now. I seen this dude yesterday said we need to bring in Rasheed Wallace. What? Rasheed Wallace has never coached. He was an assistant to the assistant at Memphis.
Yeah, nah. He only got that job because he fucked with Penny Hardaway.
He only got that job because Larry Brown's the assistant there. Yeah, and he played for Larry Brown.
Facts.
Like, bro, you're not even the assistant coach. You're the assistant to the assistant. Fuck out of here. Jerry Stackhouse has a 50% win rate at Vanderbilt and has never gone to the tournament.
He ain't dealt the right cards at Vandy.
I'm not saying he did, but I'm saying if you're
niggas is not going out here like Vandy committed. It's not happening.
No, it's not. But I'm saying you gotta show me something better than that to be the next Pistons head coach.
No, I agree 100%, man. But
there's a lot riding here. The future's basically riding here. If you don't hire the right coach, then you open up the doors for a few years from now to be firing another coach, and Cade's gonna say, "Fuck that Supermax." Fuck, you know what I mean? Like, I'm getting out of here. Yeah. I'm going somewhere that takes this seriously. Yeah. And then right after that, Jaden Ivey, and then right after that, Jalen Duren.
My worst fear is us losing Cade.
It would be a nightmare.
It
would be a nightmare. I'll keep it real. If we lose Cade, it's because we fucked up. As a front office, it means we fucked up. I will follow Cade where he goes. I will just be I will be a fan of that team.
Yeah, facts.
And I will just not pay attention to Detroit basketball. The whole way I did through the 2010s, just following LeBron. So I guess we're going to Cleveland. I guess we're going to Miami. Like, I don't care what Ben Gordon's doing right now.
I don't give a fuck about Ben Gordon.
Fucking below me.
I don't give a fuck
Drummond.
about Brandon Jennings.
Greg Monroe.
Brandon Jennings,
fuck out of here.
Brandon Jennings and Blake Griffin, that was a nice little.
Yeah, that was.
But still, I wasn't fucking with it, bro.
Nah.
Like I was watching more entertaining
with
basketball.
Respect to Blake Griffin.
But let's switch it up, man. We focus on sports, man. Albums I've been listening to. That Ray Schwimmer album.
I listened to like half of it. It was pretty good.
I fuck with it.
It has a lot of like potential summer bops on that.
Bro, and that's the thing about this potential summer bops. Like when I listen to that bitch, I can hear 4 or 5 songs that I want to hear when it's 90 degrees outside. I got my tequila and lemonade next to me, and I'm doing whatever.
I feel like our attention spans are so garbage these days because of like TikTok, Reel, all that, like just social media as a whole.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if you don't grab me with that first song, it makes it hard to like get through the album. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
facts.
The first song really has to be kind of a banger for me to like. I'll listen to it, but if the first song's a banger, I'm in it. You know what I mean? I'm not kind of like, well, that was kind of trash. Now I'm going to track 2 with kind of a bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, but for me, you know what I do, and I don't know, maybe both of y'all should do this. You feel me? Like when I listen to albums, I give every song 45 seconds in my first listen through. So I'll go through and I'll play every song. I'll go through, play every song.
I do that.
45 seconds. Hear everything that I want to hear off rip. If I'm fucking with it, I'm a put a little asterisk next to it. And then I'll go back through and listen to the ones that I thought had potential.
Sure.
Leave the ones that I know are bops.
Sure.
And then that's how you don't really miss the ones that you really gonna fuck with.
Yeah, no, that's real. Something that just catches your ear with
you feel me? And that's how I was with Good Kid, Mad City. Like Sing About Me Dying of Thirst. Like I never really. I'm like, okay, this beat did not start how I want to hear shit. You know me, bro. I'm not trying to hear no beat like that. But yeah, like I really fuck with this Ray Sherman album.
About me.
I fuck with the features. Like the features are dope. Young Thug, Future, Free Slime, Free Slime, Free the biggest slime. You feel me?
Habibi said he'll do the bid for you.
That nigga will.
He will. He told me straight up. He's like, I'll do it. I'm like, all right.
Oh my god, man.
I'll let Hefe know. You know what I mean?
Nigga talking about I'll let Hefe know. I'll get my guys to speak to his guys, and those guys will get the guy in it up.
My people talk to his
you
people.
Feel me?
You know what I mean? We'll come get you. It's all good.
But yeah, bro. Speaking of other shit that's been dropping, dog. Like you know me. I played you that Search and Rescue before it dropped.
Yeah. It was repetitive. I didn't like it.
I don't see how.
I feel like the leak was better. Was the leak 5 minutes long?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I just tuned
it was
out
right next to your ear.
Yeah, I just tuned it.
You was vibing.
Yeah, it was because it's not bad. It's just repetitive. Like I get to 3 minutes and I'm like, all right, are you gonna say some other shit now?
But
or are you just
the
gonna
beat
keep
switched. He changed up the flow.
Whatever.
Don't hit me up in WYD me, baby.
No, there's bars.
You gonna need a PIC to see me, baby.
Listen, you know how Drake is. I'll probably be playing it out the ass in 2 weeks just because it just grows on you. But like, you can't avoid it. It's like
you can't avoid that.
It's
song.
like COVID. You're like, fuck.
It's gonna be on your ass. It's gonna be on your ass.
No,
I fuck with that song. But like, I really just fuck with whoever the fuck is in Drake's camp, letting this shit fly. We just getting the full shit. Shout out to bro.
He's sitting there like, bro, it's about to be summertime. You need to put something out. And Drake's like, no, it's cool.
But you know what it is though? He's doing that shit for OVO Sound. So like all these are just rips from OVO Sound. Like niggas are just sitting next to that. Basically the equivalent of niggas pressing the tape record when their favorite song come on the radio.
Leaking a Drake trash. Leaking a Drake track is kind of crazy.
That's fire.
It's super fire.
I love
like
it. I'm here for it.
If you're in Drake's camp, like you've heard the nightmare stories about OVO. Like,
facts.
I'm not sure I'm putting myself in that position to be like, sitting there with my phone like these recording.
Hey, like, you know who it is? It's I Love McConan and Party Next Door.
I got something for that.
They're like, man, fuck that nigga. Yeah, we leaking all this shit,
bro.
But then it's a new leak with Drake and Uzi. Like
that was fire.
That shit is crazy.
You know me, I don't like Uzi. I really don't. But that shit was fire.
That shit crazy, bro. I would listen to an album of Drake and Uzi. Wholeheartedly. I'd listen to that before I listen to another Drake and Future album. Just because Uzi, now hear me out.
I don't know about
Hear me. Bro, What a Time to Be Alive aged terribly. Niggas are not listening to What a Time to Be Alive right now.
I feel like
who's listening to What a Time to Be Alive?
I mean, nobody really is listening to it, but we also have an influx of music these days. Like it's not like the days of 2015 where an album came out and you really like got to sit with that bitch for like 6 months. It's kind of like.
But there's also the opposite on the back end though, because when you think about it, I know all three of us are still playing Digital Dash when that bitch plays.
That's my point though.
Yeah,
that's exactly my point.
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest with you, I don't think What a Time to Be Alive was good to begin with. It had like 3 really good songs on it, and the rest was just mid.
Yeah.
So it's like, was it really great ever, or was it just like Digital Dash and what was it, Jumpman and Big Rings? Like those were like.
I'm a Grammys nigga. They don't think I want a Grammy.
Yeah, no,
they don't think I want a Grammy. That's my.
Everybody's
shit.
gonna have their own opinion, but
that's
like,
my shit.
Jersey on the back end, that was a good track too.
Yeah, Jersey is. There was
there was like 10 songs and like 4 of them were really
the Future
good.
Alone song is fire too.
That was. What, that one, Jersey? That was Jersey, wasn't it?
It might have been.
And then Drake's was something else. Drake's was fire, too.
I fuck with Scholarships, too, though. Damn, maybe that album wasn't ass.
I don't know. Maybe we have to revisit it.
Yeah,
I feel like we're just going through and being like,
we're going
every song's fire, but it's trash.
I feel like if we're being honest, that Drake album, well, I will say that an album that Drake is involved in is the one that I play the least. I go back and listen to So Far Gone. I go back and listen to Thank Me Later. I go back and listen to Take Care.
Yeah.
I go back and listen to Views. I go back and listen to the You and the Six, the tape. Like I go back and listen to all of these albums, but What a Time to Be Alive, I don't even know if that's on my phone as an added in my library.
Yeah, that's real.
Digital library, Digital Dash might be there, but that'd be it.
This might be a loaded question. I don't think we discussed this, but like, what's his worst album? Like, real
Who,
talk.
Drake?
What's his worst album?
What is Drake's worst album?
Yeah, because this was like floating around on Twitter the other day. Because did you see that? Bill sent me the clip, and it was like somebody said Scorpion was his worst album, and Drake commented on the video and like dropped all the songs that were like huge hits and was just like, hell no.
I'm gonna take the safe out and go with More Life.
Really? That's surprising.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go with More Life.
I fucking love More Life.
I fuck with More Life, but hear me out.
More Life's such a vibe.
I fuck with More Life. It's a vibe, but it was too much. Like how many tracks is on More Life? Like 20.
No, that's Views. More Life had like, I thought it only had like 16
songs. Bro. More Life had way more songs than that. Hold on, I'm about to pull it up.
I thought it was Views that had like 28 tracks.
Nah, bro, that's More Life. More Life was like a collective album.
It could have been. I swear it's not More Life.
Yeah,
I swear More Life has like 16 tracks.
No, More Life has 22 songs.
That's a lot of tracks.
It was
but
too
what
much.
Does Views have?
It was too much.
Views has
like 9, bro. Views has like 9 or 10.
No. Views has a whole B-side that wasn't really even good.
20.
Yeah, that's a lot of songs, bro. That's a lot of songs.
But when we say, I love that you asked that question, but that was fire. Good shit. I'm gonna go with More Life.
I had to think about it.
I'm gonna go with More Life.
You're gonna hate my answer, but it's so far gone. No. I'm tripping. It's not so far gone. It's Thank Me Later. I don't care for Thank Me Later.
You know why? Shout out to my cousin Brandon, and he's the one who really put it in my head, and I haven't listened to it with the same ear. And what he told me, he was like, "Bro, Thank Me Later was just an industry plant album."
That's how it feel.
Bro,
it doesn't
Jay-Z's
feel like Drake.
On it. Jay-Z's on
like
it.
Drake.
Alicia Keys is on it.
But it was Drake before Drake hit his apex.
And they forced it. They tried to force it.
But this is kind of my argument when it comes to Take Care. I don't think Take Care is his apex. I think he got better when you go to albums like Nothing Was the Same, and when you go to If You're Reading This It's Too Late, he was getting better. Yeah. So it's hard for me to go back and listen to Drake before he like really kicked that door down.
Yeah.
Because I feel like after he saw the success that was Take Care, and it was at the time it was a great album. But then he really came correct with Nothing Was the Same, which was the same. I mean, even the notion of like nothing was the same. Like my life is not the same.
It's not the same no more.
And then you compare that with like The Ride being the last track, and he's talking about being on the tarmac and being, shit ain't the same. What the girl's doing at home, should have known. You know what I mean? Like it's all like this beautiful story of like my life is really changing, and I don't really know how to like deal with it. And then Nothing Was the Same is kind of like that coming to fruition of like nothing was the same. I'm him now.
Yeah.
I'm doing.
So my question
I'm
to
doing
you,
crazy numbers.
My question to you would be, what album or single kicked the door down for you? Like when you're like, nah, bro, this nigga's top 5 ever.
Man, that entire run in like 2012, 2013 was crazy.
Yeah.
Starting with 5 a.m. in Toronto.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
5 a.m. in Toronto was the moment for me, was where it was like, oh, he's coming super
and
correct.
that brings up my next point.
He was coming super correct with that. And then Starting for the Bottom came out. And then I personally, this might be like a crazy hot take, but I think Just Hold On, We're Going Home is his best song ever. Like
that
as
fucking
a
insane.
Song,
no.
As a song,
absolutely
it's perfect. Dude.
You hear this shit, Bill?
It's a perfect song.
What the fuck is he talking about, bro?
I'm not saying it's his best like rap, but as a song, it's so good, dude.
And you said Just Hold On, You're Going Home.
It's perfect. It's a perfect
Passion
song.
Fruit is perfect.
Passion Fruit's up there.
Find Your Love is perfect.
No, because Find Your Love feels like a Kanye track that Drake sang.
Find Your Love is perfect though.
Sure, but does it not feel like an 808s throwaway?
Hotline Bling is perfect.
Hotline Bling was fire. Hotline Bling. But my point, bro, that all came after Nothing Was the Same, except for Find Your Love. But again, it feels like a Kanye track that he just like got.
I feel you on that. I'm not disagreeing with
where
that
I'm thinking. I feel like the fact that but if you want to make the same argument, it was a Magic Jordan song that he stole. So it was kind of like, you know what I mean? He was kind of like, yeah, I'm signing you guys so I can take that. But it was just
that nigga
like
good for that shit, boy.
It's just a vibe. Like the whole thing is a vibe straight through. Like have you ever come across that song and turned it off?
No.
But
you know what else I haven't came across and turned it off?
What's that?
And this is what's gonna trump both of those.
What's that?
One Dance and Controller.
Yeah, fire.
Those
They're
two.
both fire.
Those two would, as I'm thinking about
especially One Dance.
One Dance is the combination
special.
of both of those, I would say, is the best.
Did you ever
Drake.
go through and make your perfect Drake album?
I did, but we're gonna save that for.
We're gonna save it. Okay.
Yeah. That can be a whole
randomly.
episode.
Like I know I brought it up as like
your shit fire.
I brought it up as a topic, but I made that thing like 2 years ago and was just like, I'm gonna create like what I think would be the perfect Drake album.
And for me, I can tell you right now that talking about the perfect Drake album, Tuscan Leather would be the intro.
It has to be Tuscan Leather,
and The Ride would be the outro.
100%.
But I gotta work on the. I gotta work on the.
Both of those in there.
I gotta work
That's
on
exactly
the inside.
How they start.
I gotta work on the inside because for me, an album really. You can have great songs on a fucking album. I could just sit here and tell you my favorite Drake songs.
I went through and I tried to make it flow. I tried
exactly
to make it make sense.
Exactly my
you know
point.
What I mean,
that shit has to compile correctly, or it's just
100%.
gonna sound like a pile of shit.
No, 100%. Because I feel like I had a build up. Like I started with Tuscan Leather, and then I went more calm with like Feel No Ways, and then I think there was like another one in there. Yeah. Maybe One Dance was after that to kind of start building up that. It's like, okay, I got my sad boy shit out of the way. I'm building up the dance, and then it was like, Six God was kind of like, okay, I'm on my rapidy rap shit.
I ain't gonna lie, you know what else makes that cut? Karaoke. That's gonna
word. That's not a terrible.
I love that song.
No, I feel that. A lot of people love that song.
I feel like. All right, that's another question I can ask.
Show Me
you.
a Good Time was my shit.
Hey,
that was my shit.
Hey,
that song was my shit.
How did I end
Bro,
up
oh my
right
God.
here with you? That bitch was a bop. That bitch was a bop.
No,
I'm glad you said that.
No, that was fire. There's
a couple tracks. There's a couple tracks on Honestly Nevermind that I'm throwing in my perfect Drake song.
Word.
Hell yeah.
To be honest, I've never listened to that album.
You got to listen to Massive.
I honestly, I kind of wanted to wait till summer to listen to that album.
I can't blame you.
I really
but
did. I feel like I was like, because
after we done with the pod and us three is kicking it, I'm gonna have Bill play Massive.
No, that's cool because it's sunny out. I'm
gonna have Bill play Massive
when it's gray skies and shit. I can't really like, you know what I mean? Like when did that come out? Like November or something? It was kind of like we were going into winter. I feel like.
Do you feel like personally? And I know we're bouncing around on the list that we already have.
That's fine. But as long as we.
Do you feel like personally, since we're talking about Drake, do you feel like this is Drake's last boom? Like this is him saying, I'm going on tour. I put out damn near 3 albums this year. I'm about to keep dropping because you have these leaks off of OVO Sound. Am I done after this? What else does he have to prove?
Oh, he's got nothing to prove. It's just a matter of like, I kind of fear that. And that's why like, I'm like, there's a part of me that's just like, just pay the money to go see him. You know what I mean? Like
you see what I did.
But I've seen him twice.
I agree. I agree there.
You know what I mean? But it's a lot of money, but it's also like from like am I going to be worried about that in 20 years? You know what I mean? Am I going to be worried about that $500 in 20 years? Hell no, I'm not.
Fuck no.
But then again, it's like, is he just like going to do this tour and then disappear for a year and a half and then come back with some like fire shit and then go on tour again? It's kind of like, well, fuck.
I'm going to tell you what I think
like,
he's going to do.
I want to like know that it's the last tour.
I'm going to tell you what I think he's going to do. You know what he's going to do?
What's that?
He's gonna drop Crazy again this year. He's gonna drop again this summer. He's gonna drop again in the winter.
With an album in the next
he's gonna drop again in the summer.
Yeah.
He's gonna drop again in the winter.
Yeah.
Ride out this tour. He's gonna go out of the country for the rest of that tour.
Yeah.
And Drake's gonna disappear for 5 years.
It could happen. It
guarantee
it wouldn't shock me.
I guarantee it.
It wouldn't shock me.
You got to think about the oversaturation of the game that he just did, though.
No, that's super real.
Nigga dropped a dance album. Nigga dropped a rap album. Nigga dropped a collab
I think a surprise
album.
album's coming, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With the leak, with the single, and then there's like the Uzi leak.
Of them.
That's what I mean. Like I think there's an album on its way. Like we're gonna get a random.
What the fuck else is they gonna do?
We're gonna get a random album cover, and it's gonna be like May 26th.
You know that's what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be like, oh.
And I hate that nigga for doing that shit, bro. All right, bro.
But wait, hold on. Before you segue, I have to build off of that.
What?
Do we have a Kanye album coming?
No,
because he's been way too quiet.
No,
I think we have a Kanye album coming.
I don't think so.
I
think it'll be a year. Yeah, it'll be.
I want to run this back in 6 months because I think we have a Kanye album coming.
How long did it take for us to get Donda though?
But look at the situation. He got canceled again. That's every time he gets canceled, he goes into the lab. The last time he got canceled this bad was after Taylor Swift, and he went and did My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Facts.
And there's also little rumblings around that he's been in the lab putting some crazy shit together.
I mean,
there's been little snippets, like Consequence has been like, oh yeah, he's back in his yay bag. Like,
I love Kanye I won't say just as much as you, but I love Kanye just as much as a normal music fan. Kanye has multiple albums in my top 10 albums of all time, but I don't know if I want a Kanye album right now.
I want a canceled Kanye album for sure.
I
Because
want
he always comes correct with that
I want
shit.
a cussing Kanye album.
That's what I mean.
I ain't
I want Kanye back.
Bro.
I don't want Ye. I want Kanye.
Do you know what Donda was perfect for?
For skipping tracks? I don't
No, no,
I just
asshole.
don't
You know I
fucking care
love that
for-
album.
I know you do. I just don't care for
But
it.
for me, that album was perfect for me to when I'm taking my grandma somewhere. Because it's not cussing, and I'm in the whip
That's
with my
super
grandma,
facts.
bro. But I can vibe to
That's
this.
super facts.
I don't have to feel bad because a nigga saying
That's
"fuck
super
you,
facts.
bitch, pussy, pussy."
No, that's real.
You feel me?
That's super real.
It's
I
not
never.
that.
Well, I've never. Yeah. I,
bro. Like it's perfect.
That's
it's
fire.
perfect. It's
I
perfect.
never thought about that. But
Yeah,
that is
hell
so
yeah.
perfect.
Yeah, you feel me?
No, I
it's
feel
the
that
it's
fully.
the one you can put on
It's
and
the
ride to
safest
whatever
play.
crowd.
Yeah, it's
no
the
matter
safest
what.
Play.
It's
I told
bops
Sean
on there.
that like 3 years ago. I was like, you should check out Kanye's Jesus is King album. He looked at me like I was Satan. I was like, all right, cool. He's like, no.
That
dude.
nigga said
He said,
Antichrist.
no. I said, all right, cool. That's
All right,
fine.
bro. This morning, I'm going through my shuffle and shit.
Sure.
And what comes across first is this new song that I've never heard by Yeet, bro.
Yeet.
And that nigga just keeps getting better. I'm not gonna hold
Arice
you.
is a huge Yeet fan.
I fuck with Yeet, bro. His song is called "Fuck It," and then the Money So Big, Turban,
I've never listened
Big
to a Yeet
Tongue,
song in my
bro.
life.
I'm not gonna lie. That might not be your bag.
It could not be.
It's not your bag.
Nah, I feel
but
it.
there's some Yeet songs that you would hear and you'd be like, okay, I see what he's doing.
Yeah. Oh, I believe it.
Same as Uzi. Like you don't really fuck with
Sometimes
Uzi.
trash grows on me.
But that grows my question enough to this statement. Rappers you love but don't like to admit. Who you got?
Oh man. I mean, I feel
Rappers
like
you
it's
listen to and be like, let me turn this shit down so niggas don't know I'm fucking with dog.
See, I feel like for a while it was 21 Savage, but now he's kind of like mainstream.
I can see that.
You know what I mean?
21
So
is
it's
the best ass rapper
yeah,
ever,
he's the best.
bro.
He's the best trash rapper of all time,
Yeah,
in
for
my
sure, for
opinion.
sure,
Like
for sure.
he's fire. I think Yachty's last album was incredible. Like
You ain't really gotta.
it wasn't really rap though, so I guess it
Yeah.
doesn't really count. But like,
Yeah, but you ain't gotta really hide listening to Yachty.
no.
Yachty's
I
done
mean, I
enough.
don't think. I mean,
For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I'm older.
yeah,
I fuck with Yeet.
yeah.
I fuck with Trippie Red.
Older than who?
I'm 26.
No, I know,
I'm
you're not
close to
very old,
30.
bro.
All right, bitch. This is not the conversation.
I'm
fuck
sorry. I had to
with-
go back on that. Like, wait, hold on. You're not
fuck with-
older.
I'm
Who are you
the
older
youngest in the room right now.
That's
too,
true. You are the
but
youngest in the
I
room.
fuck with Yeet.
than? Yeah.
But Yeet,
Sometimes the young cats got like.
but that's who
are
got
onto
to
some
me.
shit.
That's who got to me though. So
Yeah.
we in the truck, bro, and they're like, play Turban by Yeet, bro. Last summer,
Yeah.
they had me play that shit. That is the worst shit I've ever heard in my life.
I believe it.
But then I got to the crib, and I'm like, let me see if this nigga actually got something. Because it was going a direction that I like certain
see.
shit. I like Thug. I like
I need
Uzi.
to get in the truck with those cats more often.
So, nigga, I played that next song. I went back to work tomorrow. I said, y'all tell me another song to play by Yeet. And they put me into the song called Get Busy.
Dude.
Bro, I've been playing that shit ever since. It was in my top 20 for the year, bro. Like, I fuck with that shit. But Yeet, Trippie Red, Playboy Cardi,
Okay.
and Cochise.
Cochise? Who's that?
Cochise. He's literally just Playboy
Cochise?
Cardi version 2. He's just.
I noticed you left Uzi out of there. I'm confused.
Why would I be sad about Uzi? Uzi's in my top 5 rappers
I
right
would
now.
personally,
Yeah, no,
know what I
Uzi's
mean?
the hardest.
I would turn that.
There's not
shit
too many rappers right now that are
down.
better than Uzi.
No,
bro.
people love Uzi.
There's not too many rappers that are better
It's not-
because you're
not for
listening
me.
to it with the old nigga ear.
Yeah, that's real.
You feel me?
I don't listen to rap. Like
But-
I can't listen to rap anymore.
As a nigga who also does the music
Yeah.
and listens to the music
Mhm.
and can take certain shit, like I know when I'm listening to Uzi, it's not gonna be J. Cole.
No, that's real.
So when I listen to Uzi,
Now, I'd be lying if I wasn't sitting in bed sometimes and just go, yeah.
whoa,
rock,
that nigga said.
Yeah, no, that shit's
That
fire.
shit is a
No,
bop,
it's fire.
bro.
I'm
It's
like,
a
yeah.
bop, nigga.
He came out at WrestleMania. I was like, oh shit,
Bro, shit like that. Like
Yeah.
when he came out, when he did that shit for Philly.
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
No. There's some.
But
definitely some fire there.
when it comes to Uzi, bro, like
Yeah.
I don't even know how to put it, but it's like the young niggas have apexes of niggas. So like I would
Yeah.
say Playboy Cardi is an apex.
Yeah.
Uzi's the only other apex. The
Yeah.
rest of these niggas just mock Lil Wayne, who is the other niggas' dads.
That's real.
You feel me?
Yeah,
These
no, that's
niggas
true.
are all Rebirth Baby album niggas.
They are. They really are.
So
It's kind of crazy.
when you think about it,
Yeah.
Listen to Uzi. You're gonna hear lyrics, great beats.
Yeah.
Sometimes repetitive flows, but he keeps your attention.
Yeah, I feel that.
And albums like Eternal Take, it was telling a story.
Yeah.
So it's not a story like My Brazy Life or anything like that, but he got abducted by an alien.
Yeah.
And then it just like it skits in the album. That brings up a good point though. Storytelling albums was.
There was a moment for those albums, like from like 2012 to like 2015. There was like some real crazy storytelling albums.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. My Brazy Life is probably
My Brazy Life's Oxymoron by Q.
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City. Good Kid, Mad City is like the echelon of that, in my opinion. I feel like for 3 years I listened to Good Kid, Mad City like nonstop, and at a certain point it just like the movie in my head clicked. You know what I mean? And I was just never able to look at it the same. I'm just like, oh, this is a fucking masterpiece. Like, real talk, it's as good as I think it is. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you go to your favorite songs and like you jump around on the album and shit, and you get away from like the days of like listening it like head to toe. Yeah. You know? And I feel like I got the vinyl and then just listened to it like head to toe, like a bunch, and was just like, this is perfect. Like, I have no problems with this album.
What other albums would you say are perfect albums, though?
Perfect albums?
Yeah.
Are we talking just rap, or are we talking like every genre?
Go ahead. Anything.
Fuck. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm going to say Dawn FM is a perfect album, in my opinion.
I feel you, because My Dear Melancholy is perfect to me.
Yeah, I think Dawn FM's a perfect album.
My Dear Melancholy is a perfect album for sure.
I think 24 Karat Gold by Bruno Mars is a perfect album.
Don't say that after the weekend. Well, actually, yeah, say it after the weekend.
Yeah,
nigga.
right?
Say
I'm
it
just
after
thinking
the weekend.
25 by Adele, I think, is a perfect album.
I'm with you.
Back to Black by Amy Winehouse is a perfect album.
Okay.
We got to listen to that, by the way.
Yeah,
you were not hip.
Yeah, I was not hip. It wasn't that I wasn't hip. I just didn't want to call that shit R&B.
It's not R&B. It's jazz. You know, it's like jazz.
But then they
like
have
blues.
it marked as soul.
It's like jazz soul. We'll play it. It's like, I mean, it's definitely like soul is not wrong. It's just not right.
Maybe
Same with
I'm
R&B.
nigga biased, bro, but I be feeling like soul should be.
But bro,
niggas like Otis Redding.
But you have
like,
to listen. You have to listen to the album, and you'll understand.
Yeah, you're right. But when
there's gonna be a moment, there's like a couple, like she covers Me and Mr. Jones in there. That's a Motown song.
Facts,
you know what I mean?
facts.
Like, it's definitely got some soul elements to it.
But then again, bro, there's an album by Adele that's considered soul. Like,
which one?
Multiple of, like, bro.
I don't know.
25 is a soul considered album. Like, if you look, it says contemporary soul.
Contemporary makes sense. Soul,
it says just soul though. I feel like,
I don't know. All I asked got a little soul in it though. Like, there's you know, River. What's the fucking song called? I don't know. There's a couple songs on there that could be considered soul.
I feel like soul music has to be saved for the time that it was. I don't feel like soul
I'm not mad
music,
at that take at all.
I feel like soul music is not coming out
soul
right now.
music hasn't been out since 1979 and don't even try.
Soulless niggas bouncing on the floor and a motherfucking bass line, Otis Redding singing.
Yeah, no, that's facts.
Niggas like that. Niggas that was quartet singing. That's soul.
I know. I don't disagree.
I don't see the newer.
But I think from like the terms of like iTunes and Spotify, the idea is that there's soul elements to those songs.
Yeah.
Which I would agree with. I think there are soul elements in Adele and in Amy Winehouse, and you know. But yeah, to call them straight soul, no, fuck no. It's not Al Green. That's not, you know, it's not the Temptations. It's not Aretha. Like, what are we doing here?
So for me, I would say perfect albums.
Would you say My Brazy Life the perfect album?
Yes.
Because I think it is.
Yeah.
It has no skips.
It has every element. It has every element.
You know what's another perfect album that does not get the attention and the love that it needs to is Thug Motivation 101 by Jeezy.
That gets all motivation. It gets all.
I feel like from the newer generation, it does not get any love.
You're just not around the right niggas.
Maybe not.
You go up to a nigga like me and tell me Thug Motivation is not a perfect album. I might punch you.
But think about this. If I'm coming from a white standpoint, and I know that, cats around me should know that too.
Yeah, facts.
If it was truly getting the flowers it should get.
But you're a different type of white boy.
That's true.
Though.
No, that's true.
You have nigga elements on accident.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not on purpose.
That's true.
You understand certain shit. Nigga, you listen to Otis Redding. Name me a white nigga that's listening to Otis Redding.
I don't know, but they should, because he's really fucking good.
You feel me though? But that's just off of you having the ear for good music. Yeah. Everybody's not gonna hear Jeezy and be like, no, this nigga's talking.
If it don't touch my soul, I can't listen to it. It's like
Thug Motivation 101 is a perfect album. My
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Perfect album.
Yeah.
Hey Bill. Tell Me Finally Rich is not a perfect album.
Yeah, he said bro, said perfect album.
Chief Keef Finally Rich is a perfect album, bro.
I'm not terribly mad at that take.
I can't, bro, and niggas are not gonna say that though.
Take.
Chief Keef Finally Rich is a perfect album. Love Sosa, Hallelujah, KK, Sitgo.
Crazy album.
Bro.
Don't like. You didn't even name the biggest bop off of that.
I didn't have to.
No, that's fair.
That comes with it, bro.
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
Bro, that album is crazy.
I think the don't like
he can never beat that.
No. I think the don't like Good Music remix is like the hardest song ever.
Yo, niggas.
Dog.
Fro niggas.
Dog.
Oh shit, I'm so glad I said that,
they
bro.
Were going
I'm so glad I said that. I meant to text
bitch.
both of you guys about this. Jim Jones said
he's better than Pusha T.
No, worse. He said that Pusha T is not a top 50 rapper of all time because he hasn't really done shit. And he hasn't ever been the best in any era. And I said I wanted to disagree, but that nigga has a point, bro.
Okay, so let me build off of that. I think he is definitely a top 50 rapper of all time, but he's not wrong about Pusha never being the best. But like, how many cats have been the best, bro? That's like, bro, there's a handful of names.
He opened my eyes when he said that because he was like, "What is Pusha rapped about?"
Coke. That's it.
And he was just saying that, and he was like,
really
"Bro, I fuck with Pusha." And there's
that's been my biggest pushback on Pusha forever is that he raps about the same shit. It's boring.
You know what? For me, is the only thing that keeps him on the top 50 for me. Wrath of Cain.
Yeah,
that mixtape is crazy.
Even just the stuff he did with Good Music throughout the 2010s, I think keeps him on there.
And his pen.
Some of those verses are crazy.
And his pen.
Yeah, I mean, how many of those Kanye verses did he write? You know
Thank
what I mean?
you.
Like, you know what I'm
bro,
saying?
There's hella Kanye songs I can tell you off the top of my head that he wrote for sure. I mean? Like, you can't tell me that he didn't write. Like, listen to Devil in a New Dress and tell me that he didn't write that.
Bro, I mean, facts, you know?
It sounds just like Push.
It really does.
It's just better lyrics.
Yeah, no, that's real. It sounds just like Push.
I was smoking a blunt one day and I just thought about that. I'm like, bro, this is Push.
Hard to be humble while you stunting on a Jumbotron. That's a push bar. Yeah, that's a
you
push
feel
bar.
me?
Yeah,
that's what that is. That's what that is, bro.
But fucking fucking pause.
Big pause.
I think when you start looking at 50 people though, like you can go back. I mean, when did rap really like really go crazy? Like not even, I'd say 90, 95, 96, like when it really started to get crazy with the Tupac and Biggie.
I mean, you could go
you name the
back with
but
Public Enemy and shit.
Fuck them.
But nigga, white people was banging Public
No, of course,
Enemy,
but white people were banging Beastie Boys too. Does that make them better than Pusha T?
Facts.
Beastie Boys aren't better than you. I mean, that's real. Beastie Boys are not better than you.
No, I feel you. I feel you 100%. But like, I don't know, man. Like, while he said that, as much as I wanted to
shut Brooklyn, your bitch ass up, trash ass.
Hey, you know when I knew a nigga was garbage on Guitar Hero when they played that song?
They're
like, nigga, you weak ass nigga. You ass. I really played the fuck out of Guitar Hero. That really expanded my like in rock music. Like, I fuck with rock music heavy.
But it's like, okay, so let's take every year since 90. I mean, what year were you born?
96.
96, okay. And you're 26 years old.
Yep.
So if you take the one rapper each year who was the best, that only gives you 26 names.
Yeah.
And really, there's a couple cats who grabbed multiple years there.
Yeah.
So really, you're at like 20 years. Because there's a couple years where it was Eminem. There's a couple years where it was Jay-Z. There's like 10 years where it was Kanye and Drake. You know what I mean? Like, so it's kind of like, how many names are really on that top 50 list? You start getting to the 50 and it's like, am I really putting Pusha T below, you know, fucking, I don't know, throw somebody out there who like Consequence, fucking, even like Common. Am I really putting Pusha T below Common as a rapper?
Don't ask me because I don't fuck with Common.
That's what I'm saying. I don't like Common either. So
Common
is
a cornball to me.
He's a total cornball. But like people love that B album, and it's like it's just not really for me. But like,
and even when you speak of R&B, bro, niggas say that album is just great for the soul heads, R&B heads.
Yeah, it's like an Erykah Badu album.
Fuck that album. There's so many greater other albums. Like when it comes to R&B, Apex perfect albums, India Irie, The Voyage to India. That's a perfect album. Like, okay. I've listened to that with my grandma, my aunts. Like they instilled that in me, but it still stuck with me. Like parents play hella music, bro, but that album stuck with me. That's a perfect album.
That's fair.
R&B other albums, motherfucking god damn, that's even harder for R&B. Whatever album Confessions was on, Usher,
bitch. Confessions.
That's the name of the
Confessions
album, right?
was the album.
Okay, all right, cool. That's what I
Bro
thought.
said
Though.
whatever fucking album Confessions is up. But that's a good point. That is the perfect album.
That was a perfect album. That's a perfect album.
There is not a single hint of a skip on Confessions. That's probably the best. I mean, to me, that's the best R&B album ever because it's just perfect. Like across the board, it's perfect.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That Boulevard of Broken Dreams album by Green Day is a perfect album, nigga. I don't give a fuck what nobody say.
That's fair.
That shit had
There's
me
a lot
in
of perfect albums.
Bro, that shit had me wearing DCs and damn near wearing Gothic pants, except for my mom told me, nigga, no.
Yeah,
you know the pants that got all the chains on? Yeah, my mom said, nigga, are you crazy, nigga?
No.
Yeah, nah, you're not doing that. That's what she told me.
That was me when I put the do-rag on. It's like, I'm going to school.
I put the what was Todd's face when you had the do-rag
Todd wasn't there. You know what I mean? Had to get one over on Julie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, she not going for
that.
Hand me the do-rag. You're like, fuck, man. Ain't no better than Bill had the G-Unit suit, bro.
Hey,
you
fire.
Feel me? Fire. I had the velour.
The velour G-Unit, bitch.
Dog, that bitch was crazy, nigga. It was a navy velour G-Unit fit, bro. That was my favorite Christmas present.
You didn't have the matching G-Unit
Reeboks,
shoes, though.
The Reeboks? Yeah. Stop playing with my top, nigga. Stop fucking You feel me, Bill? This nigga playing with me, bro. The low top, ugly ass Reebok G-Unit shoes, them bitches were hideous, but I definitely tied them hoes up.
I had them.
Tied them hoes up.
I had them.
You couldn't wear nothing else with that.
You know what fucking... I don't want to get too deep in a tangent here, but you know what shoes were super uncomfortable? I don't even know if you had... You probably had them, though. The Vince Carter Shocks.
Yeah, of course.
Those were super uncomfortable.
Most uncomfortable shoes that I've ever worn is Iversons. Questions.
They were so uncomfortable.
Yeah, fuck that
so uncomfortable.
And the early Kobe Adidas.
I remember. Like, I never had those. I
had
the
early Kobe Adidas, like the Crazy 8s.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, I believe it.
I hooped in them.
Did you really?
Damn near fucked my shit up.
I fucking... You know what shoes I loved as a kid? I had like 4 pairs of the T-Mac 2s.
The misses were fire. The misses were fire.
I wish they would retro those because I'd go buy 3 pairs right now.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. There's so many shoes that I go off on a tangent now of just buying impulse because I didn't have the money when I was a kid to get them.
I feel that.
Bro, what?
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, there's so
I did that with
many...
the Shacknosises.
Yeah, bro.
I got those and I just like wore them.
I did that with the Lightning 4s. I will never forget missing the Lightning 4 drop, bro. When we were in high school, I missed that Lightning 4 drop, nigga. I walked back from Briarwood damn near crying.
That was me when the night those came out. that was me the night them bitches came out right there.
Yeah,
them
bro.
And the Concords broke my heart.
Yeah, Concords broke my heart too.
Concords
broke my heart. That's
we thought we were smart. You know, we went down to we were gonna go to Fairlane because everybody they got like 200 pairs, whatever. You know, everybody's down there.
Yeah,
and we were like, and I called Anthony Hill. Shout out Anthony Hill.
That's my dog.
My dog. I called Anthony Hill. I said, where you at? And he was like, oh, bro, I'm up in Jackson at this little mall. You know, he's like, there's like 10 people here. I'm like, shit. So me and Evan Anderson. Shout out Evan Anderson.
I remember, bro.
Yeah, me and Anderson and I believe Peter Bacher was with us. And
that's a name I haven't heard in years.
Yeah, I believe it was me, Evan Anderson, and Peter Bacher. We shot all the way from Burn Rubber because we grabbed these New Balances at Burn Rubber the same night. But we were like 100th in line. And they we got to the door and they were like, don't even ask about the Concords. And we were like, no, we want the New Balances. And they were like, oh, word? Because they were like New Balance. They were like, Burn Rubber collab with New Balance. They were like, shit, yeah, we got hella pairs of those. So they were like happy we were buying those. Yeah. Here we got these goofy fucking 3 white boys like, we want the New Balances. You know, like how fucking fitting, you know? And so we like shot to Jackson after that to go try to grab those Concords. And we waited for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, you know, through the night type deal. You know what the drops were. And
for sure.
Bro comes to the door talking about, we got 3 pairs. I'm like, dog,
of the Concords?
Know that you guys took them bitches and put them through the back already. That's fucked up,
bro.
And then like everybody started getting like real hostile. Like this.
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
I remember this rat bitch like pushed me out of the way, like really like shoved me. He was like, get the fuck out of my face. I was like, damn bitch.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. The shoe niggas that are just the shoe plugs for the hood.
Yeah.
Fuck you niggas.
That's facts.
Because I don't fuck with that, bro.
That's exactly.
Don't be dishing fucking 30 pairs in the back for your niggas, bro. Give me a chance.
Bro, that's how I feel. They
Give me a chance.
They came and unlocked the doors talking about we got 1 size 9 and the rest is kids. And to be fair, there was only like 20 of us there, bro. We could have all gotten pairs. Every last one could have gotten pairs.
What would be your favorite Jordan, though? Like
my favorite Jordan ever?
Yeah. Colorway and shoe as well.
Fuck. I think just like the black. The black and red ones, man. They're just so classic.
That's such a cliche.
It's so cliche, but they just go with so many fits. But to be fair, I think the Fire Red 4s are up there for me.
My answer's kind of cliche too, though.
What's that?
Black cement threes, bro.
I'm not mad at that. Black cement threes would be up there for me.
Black cement threes is my favorite Jordan of all time, bro.
What are the black fours? The black fours.
Black cat fours.
No,
all black fours.
No, like the straight up. They're like black. They're black and red. They're like
just bread fours.
Bread. That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, the bread fours and the bread 11s were ones that always.
For me, my top 5 of the J's would probably be these cool gray 11s, black cement threes, true blue threes. Yep. Playoff 13s.
I wore the shit out of my true blue threes.
Me too. The playoff 13s. Yep. Remember with the bubble, with the green bubble. Exactly oh my god, them bitches so crazy. Yeah. And my 5th is a shoe
with the navy side with the green bubble.
Yeah. The one shoe that I will never get and I still want is wheat 13s. Like they never have dropped. Yeah. The all white with the wheat upper and bro.
A staple black guy shoe.
Yeah, nigga, like for real.
Timberlands, but Jordans.
Literally. You know what I mean? Bro.
I never. That's how I felt about the Space Jams. I love Space Jams. I never could get my hands on a pair of them.
My cousin Brandon has a pair of Space Jams and bread.
They're like not even that dope.
It's waiting on me right now.
It's just like it's like the whole like connotation behind them. It's the whole like the Space Jam and the story, the fact that he wore them in the movie. Like I just wanted them.
My cousin Brandon found out that he actually wears a 14.
Who does?
My cousin Brandon. He wears a 14 instead of a 13. Word. So most of his J's I fit.
That's fire.
So bro will call me like he still has a pair of bread 11s and I think Space Jams for me right now. That's like bitch, just come get them. Yeah. I just haven't drove to the city to grab them. But I'm definitely gonna grab his breads, bro. They're mint condition.
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
He's really the reason why I'm a shoe head right now. Like I was like probably like 12, 13.
What the call, bro? You got any size 11s, bro?
12, 13 years old, bro. And I don't know where he worked, and I was at my grandmother's house, and bro just walked in with some cool grays, and he was automatically the coolest nigga I've ever seen.
What are those?
Bro. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
How did you get those? Because you remember when we were kids, like it was really hard to get J's for a minute.
Yeah, it was really easy, and then it was really hard.
You feel me?
Kid Cudi fucked the game up, if we're being honest. Kid Cudi really fucked the game up because he had white boys wearing them.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like Kid Cudi definitely had influence in me wearing them. Ian started getting hella pairs when Kid Cudi, like straight copied Kid Cudi, and then it was like from there it was like, oh, need them.
What are like the don'ts of Jordans? For me, it's always been fusions. I've never been a fusion nigga. Nigga, fuck you. Twos are hard.
Twos are not hard.
They are hard. You have to pull them off the right way. That's how to show you it's a real fashion statement.
Ugly
bro.
As fuck. Twos are ugly. Shit. They're boring. They're a boring design.
It's not, but you have to look at the detail, bro.
I've had twos, bro.
You got to look at the detail.
I had the Skyline
of
pair. I had the light blue Skyline.
Those were ass though. Those were ass.
They were ass, but we went to Skyline, so it was like
it was fire.
I could get fits off.
It was fire for that. But you got to see like my Chicago twos, for example.
Yeah.
Regular leather on the upper.
Sure.
Got a cracked leather on the top.
Sure.
Got like a weird like translucent type weird shit going on down low. I like the aesthetic of the shoe. Like
I don't really love like I'm moving into like my older life, So I'm like I look at loafers different now. I'm like, damn, I can get a couple fits off with those. You know what I mean?
No,
like,
I feel you for sure.
I'm so far removed from like the Jordan life. Sure. It still feels very like hype beasty.
If they weren't so accessible to me now, shout out to my shoe plugs.
Yeah.
But if
there's a couple pairs. I mean, I got those Travis Scott ones immediately.
Yeah.
Like the Travis.
I
Scott
need those
ones.
olive ones for sure.
Yeah. There's still some Jordans out there that I'm like, I gotta have those.
It's a couple Jordans that's dropping this year that I need.
I saw the list. We were looking at the list.
I need, bro. I need.
Yeah, no. Jordans have been
because I feel like he started to feel the heat of like niggas aren't really fucking with J's. No, like that.
Yeezy jumped over the jump man. I mean, that really happened for about 5 years.
I ain't gonna lie, that's still the most comfortable shoe I've worn.
The Yeezys?
Hell yeah.
It's not even close.
It's not close.
But then, but he hasn't really dropped a dope shoe in like 3 years.
Yeah,
now,
bro. Both pairs of my Yeezys. I'm just like, bro,
the slides, like he like moved into the slides and the foam runners.
Yeah.
Dummy comfortable, by the way. Both of them. Stupid comfortable. And then it was just kind of over after that. He obviously like started doing other shit, and then obviously with the whole
he just started hating Jewish niggas.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Well, that was more recent, but I'm saying like even like 2 years ago, he wasn't really like designing shoes like that. Like he started wearing like those big ass like fisherman boots. And I was like, all right, I can't get.
I can't get with
there's certain things I can't get behind him.
That's another thing. How do you feel about like the bigger designers like Balenciaga?
Hate them. I don't think any of their shit's tight.
I hate all of them, but
at shoes, I should say. There's
I hate all of them, but Alexander McQueen's. I fuck with a couple of pairs of Alexander McQueen's I've seen.
I feel like they're so.
I like the Balenciaga sock runners. Those are hard.
Yeah, I know.
Them bitches are tough. I like the sock runners.
I like the Balenciagas, the one that looked like socks.
You feel me? Yeah. Hell yeah.
Crazy.
Them bitches are tough though. I fuck with those.
Yeah.
But the list is very short.
Yeah.
Like I feel like niggas just do that shit because of the name and just have it because it's expensive.
Yeah.
You just went to the store and grabbed $1,000 pair of shoes because another nigga had
Well, see, okay, so like when I'm in Minneapolis, the Mall of America's like right there. So
Yeah.
naturally they have like everything at the fucking, especially like the Saks and shit.
Yeah.
So like when you're downstairs at Saks, like there's just crazy shit that you would never see it even in like Michigan. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like there's collab shit just sitting there that you're like, what the fuck? This is just like sitting on the shelf. You know what I mean? Like I didn't think you could get this, you know? And so there's like a bunch of those shoes, you know, like the Gucci's and the Balenciagas. And there's like a whole crazy section of those.
Gucci is the one that has a lot of hard shit.
Gucci, because Gucci understands like, to a degree, they understand that like less is more. Sometimes with like shoes, it's like they'll just have like a normal pair, kind of like this, but like then they'll have like the Gucci stripe on it. It's like that's cool.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm stepping crazy for this Drake show. I'm deaf, bro. What?
You and every other person
floor
there.
seats, bro. I'm about to come crazy.
Bro's coming crazy, hoping Drake sees him. Damn,
literally,
dog,
please look at
come
me.
up on stage
please
and rap with
I am
me.
an Aubrey's angel, bro. I am an Aubrey's angel. I don't give a fuck. I will stand with that. You feel me?
I'm about to.
But I'm definitely.
I'm
like, do I go Nocta? Do I wear his shit? Nah, bro. I'm gonna go to Saks and I'm gonna buy a couple nice pieces between the time that the show is, so I'm not hurt.
Dude, that's real. Yeah. I spent 3 bands on this outfit. You
Dog,
didn't even say what's up to me.
You didn't even shake my hand.
You didn't even look my way.
You didn't even look my way,
fucked.
bro.
That's hilarious. I feel you though.
But yeah, bro, I'm definitely buying something crazy. That's an occasion that's just.
Bro said I'm coming correct for the Drake show.
Bro, what? I'm wearing some crazy shit. No pause. Gay me for that.
Yeah, that's right. Fair enough. Bro said I love you, Drake.
I love you. Nigga, sweat on me. Pause.
Dude,
that was a pause.
Fuck
but yeah,
Christ.
sweat on me, but not for real though. I'm gonna wipe it off though.
Hey,
but man, take the flow, bro.
Me?
Yeah.
We got playing tonight. What are you thinking?
Ooh.
What are you thinking? What are we thinking for the Western Conference?
Lakers gonna take that 7 seed.
Yeah, for sure. I think with the turmoil the Timberwolves are in currently, it's kind of, you know,
the Timberwolves are not gonna be successful no matter what they do because
I don't see how. It's just,
if niggas are fist fighting mid game,
why are they not
on
giving
the bench?
Anthony Edwards the keys to that team? It's so
because they're stupid. As fuck.
Stupid. And Edwards, he's going to leave the second he can.
You see who Zion Williamson gave his respect to?
Who?
Oh, the other night, bro. Zion Williamson literally just sat there and was like, "You got my respect, bro." Talking to Anthony Edwards
because he's a fucking dog. He's the best player on that team.
Niggas do not notice
saying.
how defensively effective,
bro.
Anthony
He's a
Edwards
monster
is, bro.
defensively.
Like it's
and
crazy.
then if they just ran the offense through
he's
him,
like
he'd be
third
a
in the
monster
steals. He's
offensively.
like third in the steals race. He might be first now.
Yeah, you know he's nice,
bro. He's
I love
crazy,
Anthony
bro.
Edwards.
He's fire, bro.
Yeah.
I fuck with dog. I don't see why you would think Karl Anthony Towns would run anything.
I don't get it.
He's not even dominant enough to do that.
He's a punk. Like
you're soft in every aspect,
bro. You got to have somebody like Anthony Edwards running your team. That's why you drafted him 1 overall. Like, why are we ignoring this? It's like they're still like, oh, well, in 2015 we drafted. Bro, who gives a fuck?
Nobody cares.
That motherfucker is your number 2, and Gobert's your number 3. Your number 1 is the kid you just drafted 2 years ago, who can give you, you know, on any given night, 40 minutes of elite defense and then fucking 28 points. Like, what are we doing?
But then when you think about it, who's coming out the East? Because we already know what's
I think it's Milwaukee. I think it's
No,
Milwaukee.
I'm saying with the play in.
Oh, who's even in the fucking play? The Hawks, the Bulls, and
then Miami
and somebody else.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah,
don't give a fuck. That's why.
Yeah. It doesn't really matter. I don't really think the East really matters because
whoever pulls out of it has to fucking see.
You
Giannis.
have to face Giannis.
Yeah,
Giannis is gonna dunk on 3 niggas in the paint.
Good luck.
Like, I don't have time.
I don't love that. I don't love that
but
for anybody.
I'm just very interested to see this Western Conference, bro. Niggas was on my ass for saying the Lakers was gonna come out there. Yeah. I took a poll and like 30 niggas said, "Nigga, no, you're tripping."
Said, no, all the way.
You feel me?
Am I tripping? Yes.
Like, nah, bro.
Shit.
I can see that, bro. I can see that.
Both of us, because I'm with you. I think they can easily. I mean, I'm not gonna say easily. That's crazy.
Not gonna be easy.
But I think I could definitely see it.
They have the potential to do it, and that was my point.
You have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, and they're both healthy. I mean, what are we doing here?
And how long do they have to get a chip? You feel me?
Not much longer.
LeBron's
longer. It's gonna be 3 years, maybe 4 years, maybe. He's gonna play a year with Bronny, and that'll be that. I think.
Nah, he's gonna play 2 or 3 weeks.
Maybe.
Bro, you got to think LeBron has not even gotten in his I'm going to sit here and coach, but I'm going to be at the end of the bench and get a couple minutes bag.
No, that's real.
He's going to have, like,
at a certain point, I feel like, what else can I even accomplish? You know what I mean?
Not much. He's already the GOAT.
That's okay. He's top 3. For sure. He's top 3. The
fact that you even said 3 and not 2 just concerns the fuck.
No, he's top 2 for sure. Okay, I mean, he's number 2
well, say that
in my book. But like, people are haters. I'm like, Kareem, Kareem the fuck.
Niggas really got on my ass for not putting Kobe in my top 5.
Kobe's not top 10. Kobe Bryant is not top 10. At me, he's not top 10. He's not.
That's crazy.
He's not. He's not top 10. He's not a top 10 talent. He has one fucking MVP. He was carried to 3 of his titles.
Right, but you have to at least put him at top 8, bro. That's one of the most elite scorers ever.
He's not even the best player at his position ever.
He's the second best shooting guard of all time.
Okay, so we're putting second best people in there. So you're definitely not top 5 because you're not one of the 5 best players.
Oh my god! Bro.
After that, I mean, what did he do? He needed Phil. What did he do the years that he didn't have Phil Jackson? Not shit. He needed Phil Jackson to win. He was carried by Shaq to 3 of his 5 titles that he's always gifted on. He has one measly ass, weak ass MVP. Stop the whole, he should have 3. No, he shouldn't. Bro, well, who did he beat in the finals by himself? Dwight Howard and a bunch of scrubbies? No, stop it. He beat the Celtics team. That was a good time. And you know what he did in that game 7? Shit the bed. And he shouldn't have even won that game. He's lucky as hell to win that game.
My standpoint on Kobe in the top 10 is that Kobe would be, I say top 5, you're dick sucking.
You are.
Top 7, top 8, I agree with you. But not in the top 10 is crazy.
It's really not crazy, bro. It's really not that crazy. It's really not that crazy. When you start going, it's top 10.
That nigga had a spell where he was literally dropping 50 points a night.
Yeah, and then did not shit that year. You know why? Because Shaq was over there in fucking Miami winning championships
again.
Like, bro,
without him,
bro.
But you feel me? I
Phil Jackson left the Lakers twice because he couldn't stand him.
Niggas just take that. Niggas take that.
You know what it is?
This is with all respect. This is with all respect due, and to the people that what happened and all. But niggas take him being dead for. Niggas on ESPN weren't even saying Kobe was top 5 until he got into that crash.
No, and you know what happened? You know what happened before he even got into that crash? Motherfuckers were growing up in the early 2000s fatherless, and they looked up to Kobe when they were little kids. And Kobe was the GOAT.
Hey,
Kobe's the GOAT. Kobe's the GOAT.
Kobe's the GOAT.
Kobe's the GOAT. You never claimed Kobe was the GOAT.
I didn't, but I definitely was tracing Kobe number out on my desk, nigga.
Well, that's different. I was too. I can show you a video of my dad giving me a fucking Kobe jersey and saying, Kobe Bryant, no fucking way. You know what I mean? Like, I like Kobe. I just don't think Kobe's top 10 when I really go through it, bro. Like, you have one MVP, bro. You have one MVP. How can I take you seriously as a top 10 player of all time candidate? He's got off rip. You have to. I mean, now to be fair to you, I'm taking the Skip Bayless stance here. I'm just being a contrarian. If you tell me he's 8, 9, 10, I'm really not going to trip that hard. I'm really not. I'm not going to die on that hill per se. Me personally, I think he's 11. I think you got to put him behind. At least after the top 5, you got to put him behind Larry Bird. You have to put him behind Wilt Chamberlain. You have to put him behind Shaq. You have to put him behind Tim Duncan. And to me, you have to put him behind Hakeem Olajuwon.
Ugh. That make that shit hard.
And to be fair to everybody, I feel like you have to put him behind Stephen Curry. Because I'm looking at Steph with his one unanimous MVP, his other MVP, and his soon-to-be potentially 5 titles. Even if you want to take away 2 of those, you can take away 2 of those, but you have to take away Kobe's 3 then. If we're taking away 2 of them saying, well, KD carried. Okay, Shaq carried. What are we doing?
Niggas can't argue with that, though. Because
what I mean.
Shaq definitely had that nigga in his arms.
Bro, 100%. Shaq was getting double-teamed in the finals, still putting up 33 a game. Talking about, well, Kobe had fucking...
With 14 rebounds.
Of course Kobe was averaging 28, because Shaq was fucking getting triple-teamed at that point. The whole defensive plan was just fucking let Kobe beat us.
God damn.
I don't know. The folklore, the folklore behind Kobe is gone. He has somehow become the most overrated and underrated player of all time, because cats will watch this later and say, "Oh, he's being disrespectful." I'm really not. I think Kobe's fucking great. Kobe's by far the second best shooting guard who has ever played the game. He's unbelievable, and I don't think it's a diss to say I think he's one of the 13 best players of all time.
Facts.
You're talking about the 13 best. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying
ever.
When you get disrespectful, you're talking about, man, Kobe not even top 20. No, Kobe's absolutely top 20. Kobe is absolutely top 15.
Facts.
Kobe's, to me, absolutely top 13. I just don't think he's top 10 when you really start looking. Now you want to start taking the older cats out. You tell me to take away the Wilt Chamberlains, the Bill Russells, those type of cats.
Then he's there.
Then he's there all day.
Facts.
You want to talk modern era? Absolutely. He's probably 8 in the modern era. So you take those cats out, sure, he's 8. But if I have to put those cats in, and I have to look at again, what did you do in your era? Because you can say all day, Bill Russell played with fucking Plummer. That's fine, but Bill Russell didn't have the choice to play with LeBron. He had to do what he had to do in his era. I ain't
gonna lie, bro. And if we're being honest, in the modern standpoint, KD knocking on that nigga dough.
On his ass, bro.
KD knocking on that nigga dough.
KD's right there.
KD's knocking on that nigga dough.
KD fucks around and wins with Phoenix this year, bro. We got to have a conversation. See, and that's what makes this year so interesting because, okay, if Giannis wins again, there's a conversation.
Bron
if KD
wins again,
Bron wins again, but Bron's solidified. Bron's not dropping past 2.
Yeah, facts.
Bron wins again and gets 5. There's a better argument for 1, but cats are still going to always say it's Michael just because Michael took the game global and went 6-0.
Facts.
That's just really hard to overcome
when
we've seen LeBron lose as many as he's won. You know what I mean?
For sure.
It's just like, it just is what it is. You start looking at like peak for peak stats. I mean, there's like there's a Kevin Durant between the two of them. That's how big the gap can be at certain points. Like
Facts.
we just grew up with LeBron, so we're more like, we tend to lean LeBron.
Yeah.
And, there's cats from the 90s.
My biggest standpoint in leaning towards LeBron is the IQ standpoint.
Yeah, I think
nobody thinks like him.
I think there's an
nobody
argument,
thinks like him.
I think there's an argument. I think it's very similar to if you want to talk like Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady almost.
Right.
It's like Michael was just such a leader. You know what I mean? Like Michael understood what it was to play team basketball, and that's why Michael was so successful when it came push comes to shove.
For sure.
Where LeBron plays more of a LeBron system. Like if you can't. He doesn't really play off ball. He doesn't really, he's got to be the point guard. He's got to do this, this, and this. You know what I mean?
It's really every sport has this argument though.
So you can sit there and say, you can sit there and say LeBron is the most talented basketball player to ever play. I'm not really going to argue you on that because I mean, like, let's compare. What is Michael Jordan's year 38? That'd be my stats.
Yeah,
it's
like
12 points per game. You know what I mean? And LeBron's out here putting up like 40 pieces and going to the playoffs. It's like. I get that. LeBron could easily be the best basketball player ever, but when you start talking about the greatest, I cannot put somebody who's lost 6 finals at the greatest. Not above somebody who went 6-0 and took the game global. And we just had a 15-minute conversation about Cat's shoes. We're not talking about LeBron's, bro.
Are you talking for sure?
So
don't do that because LeBron South Beach is one of my favorite
LeBron's on
shoes
fire.
ever.
I got LeBron's downstairs. I'm just saying, like, we're sitting here. We had a 15-minute conversation about Jordan. You're not wearing LeBron's right now. Who are you wearing? Michael Jordan's.
I ain't wearing nothing.
Michael Jordan's. You know what I mean?
All right. Well, since we're on sports, this Bryson CJ shit. Who you taking?
Number 1 overall.
Yeah.
It's so hard, dude. It's so hard. Because I feel what Beam was saying earlier. Like Bryce is smaller. He's smaller and he doesn't weigh very much. But when it comes to play, he's the best player. He's the best quarterback.
What makes you say that though?
Bro, his
because we watched in game both.
His accuracy is crazy. In this year, his elusiveness crazy. His IQ off the charts. And I know Beam said earlier, look at the guys who've come out. This year's Alabama wide receiving core is nothing compared to Ohio State.
They're low key mid.
You know what I'm saying? And Bryce was still out there pulling away. And bro, his confidence in clutch moments, like when he was playing Texas and there was 30 seconds left on the game, the confidence to juke out 2 cats and then run for 15 yards. Like, bro, the game's on the line.
That take balls.
It takes ball, but it's like the calmness.
But when you say that,
it's like the moment doesn't get to him. You know what I mean? Like,
but when you say that though, you also have to think about NFL, the change though.
Oh, there's a huge
Bryce,
change.
You're not going to be able to do that on. You're not going to run 15 yards on.
Maybe not
NFL secondary, bro.
No, probably not.
It's not happening.
But you never know. That's what I mean. Can he adapt? Because that's the thing. His IQ, from what they're telling us out of camp, is crazy. Like he's He's impressing everybody who's talking to him, like blowing them out of the water. And granted, having the highest IQ isn't everything in the NFL by any metric, but it's like if you can combine the two, it's just gonna be hard to pass on him. And I get taking CJ Stroud because he's 6'6" and fucking he's accurate as hell. But it's like, what if I'm choosing number one? And this is what I was saying to Tyler. This was like Colin Cowherd was talking about this last week. It's like if you're jumping from number 9 to number 1 while trading away a future first rounder, a future second rounder, and giving up your best wide receiver, are you going for a guy whose ceiling is like decent? Or are you going for the guy whose ceiling is crazy?
I feel like they both have they have the same ceiling.
No, I disagree.
What makes you say that though?
Because I just don't think.
Because you think. Look,
I feel like CJ.
You look at CJ, and he's what 6'6", 2.
Yeah, I mean he's got the size and everything.
Size, but is Cam Newton size.
Sure, but if we're going with size, you might as well take Will Levis or Anthony Richardson. You know what I mean? Like CJ's been good, but he's 0-2 against Michigan, so he's 0-2 in the biggest games that he really played. He went to the playoff once and got beat, although he had a great game.
Facts.
But again, he's playing with an unbelievable core of wide receivers. You know what I mean? Like, bro, there's no reason that a guy, especially last year, playing with, Paris Campbell, who's supposed to be, one of the first offensive tackles taken off the board this year.
Yep.
So he's got a great left tackle. Last year in particular, you're playing with Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Shout out to Chris Olave and Marvin
Those are
Harrison
your 3
Jr.
receivers, bro.
Them niggas are great.
That's crazy because they're great in the NFL.
Facts.
So
I knew Chris Olave was going to be great.
Those
in the
cats
NFL,
should be murdering.
Chris
other
Olave
teams.
is a great route runner. His route running is crazy.
And they're all incredible,
and his
bro.
speed,
That's
his
what
footwork
I mean.
is
And Marvin
crazy.
Harrison's better than both of them.
Facts.
So it's like, I kind of got to look at that and be like, you didn't achieve with this team. You know what I mean? Like you didn't.
And then
you didn't win a playoff game. You didn't even beat Michigan.
Also, on the other standpoint, but don't sleep on Michigan because they were just great.
I'm not sleeping on Michigan. I'm just saying, like, that's the game that both of those teams look forward to every single year.
But, bro, when I think about the CJ Stroud thing and on the back end of actually agreeing with you when it comes to Bryce, like you said, that wide receiver core, bro, I can be mid and throw to these niggas and be great.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel you.
So if I'm the Panthers, do I trust CJ Stroud to come in and throw to, fucking Adam Thielen and Terrence Marshall? Like those are my wide receivers 1 and 2 right now. That's a big step down from Chris Olave and Garrett Wilson and Marvin Jones Jr.
Yeah, bro.
Because even this year he's throwing to Marvin Jones Jr. and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Like I know Njigba was hurt most of the year, but he still was throwing to him in certain moments. It's
facts.
like bro's supposed to be the first wide receiver taken off the board this year.
Facts.
Bro's been playing with a Hall of Fame team, college wise, and it's
facts.
like, what's your accolades? What's your hardware? Nothing.
Yeah, I want to disagree with you.
And he kind of looked like a chump up until the Georgia game, which was what's fire. He should he balled against Georgia, and everybody knows Georgia. I mean, Georgia blew TCU out of the water. Georgia would have beat the shit out of Michigan. Like, it is what it is. Like, that team was disgusting.
I would have much rather seen Georgia.
It would have been a better game. Michigan came out and pooped their pants in the fucking. They would have 9 times out of 10. Michigan beats TCU.
I feel like they just underestimated TCU. I feel like the preparation wasn't.
They didn't prepare.
They were looking forward and wasn't looking for what was in their face.
I know what was going on because, bro, we made all those mental errors. We made all those mistakes and still almost won that game.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
Michigan should have never lost that game, and shame on them for losing it. Like, bums. But, like, like I said, I think 9 times out of 10, Michigan wins that fucking game.
Yeah, bro.
It was just that one time that TCU came out correct, and they, there was no QB spy. They just kept letting Duggan just do whatever the fuck he wanted. He was running for like 30 yards at certain moments. Like, what the fuck?
Facts.
What are we doing here?
And the defense was way too strong to go for that, including the secondary, bro.
Crazy.
But Michigan gonna come back and be great again next year. And actually for the next 2-3 years, honestly.
Agreed.
Because
I think Michigan's gonna be a fucking problem next year.
Yeah,
they're bringing back the same team basically,
bro. And I ain't gonna lie,
minus Mike and Mozzie. It's like they're bringing back like essentially the same entire team.
When I look at because I follow the
plus a couple huge transfers.
I follow all the recruits and shit, bro. It's all 4- and 5-star niggas that are coming from the class of 2024.
They're recruiting like crazy.
2025.
Yeah, bro. They're
like nigga, they're getting
right
some
now.
they're getting some crazy hitters out there.
Nutty.
And they're taking a lot of OSU's recruits.
Because those cats see what's going on.
Yeah, we're becoming that.
You know what I'm saying? We're going up, they're going down. Ryan Day's not that good of a coach.
What was it, 42-27?
Yeah, bro. Ryan Day's not that good of a coach. He's now recruiting his own classes. He doesn't have any urban guys hanging out anymore.
Facts.
And what has he shown? He's shown that he can't really do shit. They had no, and by the way, they had no fucking business in the playoff last year.
Nah,
they had no fucking. There was
yeah.
such bullshit that they were even in.
Yeah.
You didn't win the biggest game of the year.
It's the politics.
And mind you, you didn't just not win that game. You got the shit beat out of you.
Yeah, facts.
At your crib. I just feel like if that was us, we wouldn't have been in the playoff. But like you said, politics. It's like, oh, we got to let OSU. Fuck that. Let Bama in at this point.
Facts. I would have much rather watched Bama, but I would have been more scared.
Bama, Georgia would have been a better game. Well, no, I'm not going to say that because Ohio State, Georgia was a good game. But like, I just feel like they just didn't deserve that shit.
They didn't.
Like you didn't show. You got awarded for not showing up in the biggest game of the year. You got rewarded with the 4 seed. Like that's not fair, in my opinion. But we gonna see.
Bill, what time we looking at, man?
Hour 8.
Think that's good.
I think that's probably.
You think that's good? Yeah, I think that's good. Any ending remarks?
Not really.
Call the games tonight. What's going on?
Sitting here sipping on this Truly. Who's playing tonight?
Lakers
beating the Timberwolves. I think
yeah, for sure. And I believe the other playing is tonight.
Oklahoma City Pelicans.
I think so. Yep.
Damn. Give me
I fuck with Shy.
Give me Shy in a legacy game.
I fuck with Shy, but yeah, I think
give me Shy in a legacy game. There's no Zion, right?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, give me Shy in a legacy game.
BI might pull it through though.
BI could pull it through.
I think the East games are tonight too though. Who gives a fuck?
I don't know.
I don't
plays
care.
In the East.
I don't care.
Don't care. Yeah.
But yeah, man.
All right, that's that.
That's that, man.
Cut.